All right, I'm looking at another Fibble. This is the game that's just like Wordle, except for on every row, one of the clues is a lie. They're starting us with nurse, which is interesting. Now, as usual, I kind of want to assume the greens and yellows are true. Then I can have one of the grays be a lie. And that way we repeat a lot of letters and look for contradictions. That's the idea. So, I mean, first thought is to do something like this. We'd need to have an S or a U. We could do something like noser, I suppose. Should work. Okay, so one of the N's is a lie, so we know that there's no S, because one of those has to be true at least. We know there is an E. Oh, one of the R's is a lie too. I didn't see that. So everything else has to be true. One of the N's is a lie, one of the R's is a lie. Those are our two lies on those two lines. So either there's an N at the beginning and there's no R, or there's no N and there's an R not third. So if we do, and there's an E not fourth or fifth. So if we do the N, we need to have an E somewhere else. I'm kind of thinking RE. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh, and what would be interesting is to do rain, but we can't because we can't have both of the N's be lies because one of the R's has to be a lie. So if the N is not first, then there is no N. If we do RE and we don't have N, O, U, or S, we could do reach. We're reaching for the answer. Okay. We did not get the answer with that, but so if there is an R, the R is the lie twice now, which is possible. We're running out of places to put an E if that E is true. We could do the E third. That would make that E true. So if there's an R, we could do the R again. But what would be between the R and the E if that was the case? I don't really think that works. So I don't know. Am I going? I'm kind of leaning towards going back to the N because the R has been gray twice. So, just playing the odds. I mean, it could have been the lie twice, but if that's the case, then either the E is second and it's the lie, or the E is third, and we need an A, C, or H. But now we're back to the same problem. What comes between the N and the E? Just like the R and the E. It's the same. It's the same problem, really. So I guess what I'm saying is maybe well, no, I was just saying maybe the E is the lie, but we don't necessarily have to have the R at the beginning if there is an R in the word. We can still put the E here, and the R could be at the end, for example, or fourth, or second. We could do RE. That's probably pretty good. Grief, maybe? Is that EI or IE? Grief might be IE. Now that I think about it. We could try it, I guess. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's IE. And, if we did, we can't do Greek because we can't do another E because we already know the E isn't fourth. And we can't do an A because the R is the lie there. So if we do RE, then we've got to have like a double consonant or an I or something, but so I don't really like that. So we could do exert. That would be interesting with an X in there. I mean, with the two E's, I guess there's a chance we could get more. There's a chance for a contradiction in there that'll help us locate some lies. So let's go for that. Okay. Well, that is interesting because let's assume that both of these are true for a second, right? Well, where's this other ego then? It has to be second, which makes that a lie. Otherwise, one of these two E's has to be a lie. So either this is a lie or one of these two is a lie. Those can't all three be true, is what I'm saying. So we also have the R and the R here, and one of those two has to be a lie. So those are our two lies on those lines, and the rest of these are true. Okay, so we still don't know if there's an R or not, which is interesting. But if there is an R, and this is true, doesn't necessarily mean that's true if there is an R. This could be the lie and it could be green, right? But let's assume that's true for a second. I was hoping we could get something with the E and the N there, but I don't think we can. If there's not an R, then there's definitely two E's. And they would have to be EE, second and third. Okay, so if there's not an R, then there has to be an E second and third. And you have to have it, so if there's not an R, it has to be NEE. Oh, we could do needy. That would work. I'm gonna go for it. All right, well, I focused on thinking there was an R instead of an N. It had to be one or the other, and of course it ended up being the N this time. So, all right, well, there you go. I still got it in 4, even though I kind of made a roundabout way of getting there. I had to exert myself to reach for the answer. So let me know how your solve went today. Were you needy? Were you needy for clues, I suppose? Or did you nose your way to the solution real quick? And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.